Hey y'all, my name is Vi, and welcome to my first ever episode of Create Astral. This is a mod pack I've been playing over on my Twitch for a few months now, and I made a bit of a realization, maybe a discovery, and today I wanted to take you through that in a bit of a mod showcase, if you will. A couple things to note before we start. Create Astral is actually on an older version of Create. It's not the newest version y'all know and love, but I'm still holding out hope.
Lasky, please, update the pack.
Now, to my knowledge, this being an older version of Create should not affect what we're going to talk about today. Newer versions should do this perfectly fine, but I figured it should at least be mentioned. Additionally, this is not limited to Create working with A2. I'm pretty sure this would actually work alongside Refined Storage and maybe even some of the newer storage mods like Simple Storage or Tom Simple Storage. Anything that can interface with a portable storage interface, I believe, could be used this way. And without any further ado, let's get into it. This right here is what I like to call my go-kart. In Create Astral, storage solutions early on are pretty limited. In mod packs like this one, where it's an expert-based pack, and you don't have a lot of those early game advantages like backpacks and things like that, this system here is actually incredibly useful. Basically, what we have here is pretty much everything I need to make a contraption. In this bottom chest here, you can see I've got a lot of Create-based items that I can use to craft other components. In this one here, I've got a lot of redstone components, although I find most of the time I'm not using these a lot. In my hardcore LP, generally I have an entire shulker box dedicated specifically to redstone components, but when Create is available, you just don't need it as much. This one here is just bulk decoration, and then alongside this one as well. And then these ones over here is where I keep, again, a lot of those blocks that I'm going to be using a lot of, or other components that I would need in order to restock these here. Now, quickly to take you through these are called the Create toolboxes. These are potentially one of the most powerful mechanics in Create, and if you have never used a Create toolbox, I highly recommend it. You might need to edit the config a little bit so that you can access them a little bit further away, depending on the pack, or depending on how you set the mod up. But if you have a relatively long range, basically what you can do is you can hit a hotkey and you can select items inside these toolboxes. I'm sure you are at least somewhat familiar, especially if you're in this video, of how these work. Basically, if I wanted to relay power somewhere, if I wanted to send some shafts upward, if I wanted to, say, run a belt. All of that is possible at a distance from these toolboxes. Another fantastic thing about these toolboxes is that you can just clean up an entire contraption like this. I can hit G, and then I can return all of the items that can go in a toolbox back into a toolbox, and my inventory is clear. It's very nice. But I know what you're thinking is, like, if you're in a mod pack with digital storage of any kind, it gets trumped immediately by that. Or if you have sophisticated backpacks, things like that, where you can refill items in your hand or have massive amounts of storage, it's also generally trumped by that. But I love the way that these interface with things, and basically I set up this device to be able to pick up and go whenever I wanted. I can pick this up, I can move it, and then I can go somewhere. I can set down, say we want to go build a contraption over here in my industrial district. All I got to do is get over there, wait for it. There it is. Go over there, we set down our contraption like so, and boom. We have access to all the things we regularly use. And so long as Create can interface with whatever larger version of a chest you have, this mod here is called Reinforced Chests. Iron Chests works. A lot of Forge and other chest mods from Forge will work as well. This is just a fabric-based pack. Also, Tinker's Stations will sit within this. So if I want to repair, say, my very overpowered stone pickaxe, all I really have to do is stick that in there, grab a little bit of cobblestone, throw that in there, and I've repaired it. I can even leave the cobblestone in here, and then if I flick this and pick up the contraption, the cobblestone will remain inside. Oops. The cobblestone will remain inside the Tinker Station because it does see it as a storage interface, which is incredibly convenient. Now, enough geeking about this go-kart, right? Let's get to the good stuff. Basically, this may be a very niche use case for this specific type of storage system. I'm a huge fan of using my ender chest to its fullest potential whenever I'm playing vanilla, and I wanted to really carry that idea over to my modded playthroughs. I've played where you have access to every single item that you have in your storage system pretty much infinitely, and I just don't really care for that style of play. It basically feels like I'm playing in creative, and there's no like nerf. And I do like to nerf myself when it comes to these games. I've been playing for so long, there's no reason for me not to. But this kind of showcases what I was talking about. Basically, what I've done is I've stuck a portable storage interface to this contraption. And as you can see right here, it's a very messy but working ME storage bus. Now, if I go over here, and I want to look inside my system, and by the way, this is a very preliminary system, don't judge me, and I want to look for cogs, oh no, there's no cogs in my system. But you know what portable storage interfaces do, and I basically carry my entire storage system with me. I wonder what would happen if I can go back over here and look. I've got 1,000 cogs and 125 large cog wheels. Again, this is very niche, but if you find this as cool as I do, unfortunately in this version of Create, I can't actually access these blocks while it's a contraption, so it actually is incredibly convenient for that reason as well. Get out of here. Better Combat, stupid Better Combat mod. I hate that mod. Freaking get that. Anyway, where was I? I really enjoy playing the early game when it comes to storage solutions like this. And as an avid player of vanilla for years and years, and technically still playing vanilla Minecraft, just not in this world, I really do like that vanilla aspect of having to problem solve these solutions and be able to work out things that you need, but being able to do it kind of mobily is an incredibly, incredibly powerful mechanic. And without digital storage, again, I'm just setting up digital storage in this world now, but without digital storage, I've been able to accomplish tons and tons and tons of stuff with this go-kart contraption. Now, this has allowed me to make a cobblestone farm, a gravel farm, a sand farm, a clay farm, an iron farm, where I've automated iron sheets. Don't worry about that. And with some modpack specific components, andesite alloy. From our clay farm, we create molten clay. And molten clay gets distributed to other farms that need it. We also have a small amount of automation for things like terracotta and bricks. I automated trees, I automated rubber, I automated barrels. I automated charcoal. Actually, let's do this one for me. Ow! Ouch. I'm just trying to showcase my stuff, man. This is going well. This is going well. Anyway, don't mind the difference in levels. I automated charcoal, glass, soul sand, nether quartz, gold, nether rack, cinder flower. It's not very visual. Blaze cake bases. Before I found out that they're kind of useless in this mod pack, but I did it. We automated glistering melons, golden carrots, lots of awkward potion, nether wart, strength potion, potion of harming, gunpowder, and redstone. Cobblestone, again, azurine and viridium, which in this pack allows me to automate copper, tin, copper wires, copper sheets, zinc, desh, silver. Come on, Vi, is this bit ever gonna end? Limestone, calcite. The answer to that is no, it's never gonna end. Dripstone, lapis, Certus quartz, glowstone, ender pearls, integrated circuits, every single type of crop I could get my hands on, and cookies for bone meal. We've automated blazing blood, blaze rods. Yes, this is a shopping cart. No, I will not be answering questions. And finally, lava. And all of that was possible from one simple minecart contraption. Another thing that makes this sort of contraption cool is that these sort of create contraptions weren't player accessible at this time. Like if I flick this lever, I create a contraption again, I can't interact with any of these blocks. I can't interact with these. None of that will function in this version of Create. But now I have a way of quickly setting down my go-kart, crafting a few complex items out of my go-kart, walking back over here, picking up my contraption, and leaving. So long as I have a spare cart assembler nearby. Again, the functionality for this might be known to the community at large, but I've never seen anyone use it, particularly because of how niche it is. If you have access to storage mods like this, very few people are going to be using, mobile chest units that allow them to craft and build and things out in the field, and then just not using their digital interface at all. But personally, I really, really like the early game feel to Minecraft, and using this as opposed to a digital storage solution feels a little bit more early mid game for me, and that's why I'm sticking to it. I'm going to continue adding to this industrial district with several new buildings, lots of new farms, and eventually we want to add to my main base, which is going to be that skyscraper in the background there. I do want to use digital storage to do things like piping items, because create belts can cause a lot of lag. But again, I want to keep using my go-kart as is. But digital storage is just kind of the next logical step in the pack, and I've really dragged it out to get this far in the pack without using anything digital storage wise. But yeah, if you have any other uses for a contraption like this, or if you have any critiques or ideas about how this could be used better, please feel free, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear back about what you guys think about this. If you think it's not useful at all, or if it's a bad idea, definitely double tap the dislike button. Go ahead and give it a like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you dudes in the next one. See ya.